3.
Lawrence Young here, UNLV PGM with Mr. Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to having me today. So we went over from the tee box to the fairway, and now I feel more confident over my shots, and I'll keep practicing. And
Yeah, man. I mean, something that I was definitely impressed with over the course of the round. Like you said, you haven't been practicing or playing a whole lot. So, like, first couple holes, not so great. But as we started to get further into the round, you started to build more confidence. You started to find more of, okay, this is what I need to be thinking and doing in order to try and create a little bit more predictability on your outcomes in front of you. Now, probably with that too, something that I would like to see from you is when you are practicing on the driving range, put a little bit more pressure on yourself, have some more challenges, and it can be anything, like be as creative as you want to be, okay? But also at the same time too, I want you to start to see your shots a little bit better, okay? So that way you have a little bit more clarity in mind, like what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're seeing, everything ends up on the same page, okay? So when you are there, like, it doesn't matter, like whatever you want to do, if it's a fade, if it's a draw, if you want to see something go out a little straighter, like try and find a way within your motor program to be able to hit that shot and repetitively hit that shot, and just try and see that and try and do that as much as you can throughout your entire bag, okay? And that'll really help, especially too, I know, like first hole you were a little nervous, and that's understandable, you haven't played in a while, okay? That stuff's gonna happen, but if you really put in the time and effort and work on the driving range to kind of up the pressure, up the challenges, like make the driving range and what you're doing out there in practice harder, it'll make it a whole heck of a lot easier to be able to transfer out here onto the golf course. Now, one other thing that I don't want you to forget either is when you're out on the golf course, the environment is constantly changing, okay? So for you, one of the shots that you and I talked about was a little downhill, ball slightly above your feet, okay? Now, for that shot, do you remember some of the key things that we talked about there?
Yeah, so you want me to shorten the grip and keep my weight on the left?
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
And go maybe forward to the stance?
Yes.
Instead of back?
Yeah, because for you, you were having trouble chunking the shot, and you thought that putting the ball back in your stance was actually the right move, when in fact it was actually the opposite. We needed to put it a little bit further up, give yourself a better chance of clearing and being able to make some better contact. And then also by putting a little bit more weight and pressure on your left side, helps your shoulder line match with the slope line a little bit better. So now this would be like more of, if I took a picture and we tilted it sideways to level it out, we wouldn't be able to tell if you were on like a downhill lie or flat ground in that situation, because you've set yourself in a manner that makes it seem like you're on flat ground, gives you the opportunity to actually just make a swing at that ball. Any questions on anything else that we talked about here today?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a
Thank
pleasure.
you so much.
For sure.